Welcome back to Let's Try Roleplay. This is episode 4 of Findlewood. I'm Connor, and I'll be playing Rusty Springstone, the gnome, and I'll be joined by Robin, playing Deela Shacklefoot, and James, our DM. In this episode, our heroes, or should I call them zeros, gear up for the Cluck race and other odd Findlewood Harvest Festival traditions. But previously... It's the most exciting day of the year in the quaint town of Findlewood, the Harvest Festival. Today, the town celebrates the rising of the harvest moon and the bringing in of their crops with a schedule drenched in tradition. I mean, who doesn't celebrate with chicken racing, arm wrestling, and giant vegetable competitions? First up, Rusty saw to his prize cabbage for the last time, cutting his beloved Carmelita from her roots and, with some difficulty, bundling her into a pram. Meanwhile, Deela and her dads were hard at work in the forge, preparing trinkets and gifts for the townsfolk to buy on this special day. One cannot just simply turn up to the Harvest Festival without looking their best, and so, Dobo and Tola sorted Deela and Rusty out with some sick braids, before they made their way to the church to begin the day's official proceedings. Leading the ceremony was the one and only Derek the Cleric, a man matched only by the infamous Bago Berryspring for his wacky persona. His speech was as rambling and uninformative as ever, but at least he managed to retain some modicum of sense of time, place and person, unlike Bago's speech to follow. And so, confused and concerned for their town's elders, everyone made their way to Haygood Farm for the main event. Now, Deela Shacklefoot, Huttle Brussel and Derek the Cleric line up at the starting line, ready for the land's most intense sport, Cluck racing.
Right, so you take off and you find yourself immediately in second place.
What the? Who the fuck? Is it fucking what's his face? Not Derek, the other one who's near
Derek the Cleric explodes off the line. He's like, oh go! He just sort of is riding, and like Lisa is just like, Wah! She's never gone so fast in her life. And he's like kicking and kicking and kicking, and he's like, go, 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 go. He rolled a 20.
Oh, it's a race. It's not just a
Huttle.
sprint.
Yeah, well, exactly.
It's not just a sprint.
Huttle is not so, and it's a 3-lap race. Huttle is not so lucky off the line and finds himself with a chicken who's going, and he's like kicking, and he goes, and like runs off the line. You get a good start, but you're not quite like. You find yourself a couple of meters behind Huttle, behind Derek coming into the first corner.
Cool.
Into the first corner. Give me another check, please.
Rusty's in the crowd being like, take it tight, take it tight.
15.
15, very nice.
It's tight.
So
it's tight.
Yeah, he sort of understeers, having had too much speed in the straight. He finds that sort of Lisa's like looking where she wants to go and going out to the outside of the corner. You bring it round on the inside, and you get like you get overtake on him. You're now in first place. Huttle actually brings himself up and alongside Derek at this point, and you can see as you're running down this straight now, they're sort of like bashing into each other on either side. It's like Derek being quite unpriestly. You see.
Everyone's covering their kids' ears. As Derek's like, you're clucking.
Yeah.
I'll cluck your mother.
Yeah, almost like he throws a corn at him. It's all very Mario Kart. Can you roll again for the
There's
second?
cabbages being thrown on the track to like trip people
Come
up.
round to the second corner.
4.
4. Oh, so you come round to the second corner, and in your almost distracted as you hear the buffering behind you. You almost look round and a bit distracted, and you take the corner a bit too late. You don't brake enough. And then Derek and Huttle both manage to catch up to you, and as you're coming around the corner onto the final straight on lap 1, you're all 3 abreast.
Oh,
I'll give you the opportunity to do something if you want. How does Deela play it?
So am I in the middle? Am I at the far?
You're on the far left, then Derek, then Huttle.
What are the rules of Cluck racing? How violent can you get?
It's generally accepted. No touching of the clock. Yeah.
But Cluck can touch Cluck.
The Clucks can sort of touch each other, but you can't like punch the Cluck in the face. After all, they are farm animals that they need for like eggs and stuff.
You can punch the villagers.
You can't suplex at Cluck.
Well, no, it's never come up. Although, after last year's exploits, it was considered, because Derek is quite violent in the Cluck racing.
It's more of like preservation. You have to.
As we've paused for a little bit here, I'm gonna let it pass, and you can make the decision for the next time. And then please roll another handling as you guys come 3 abreast. You cross the line almost all together. And as you come up to the first corner of lap 2, please give us another roll.
See, this is interesting now because she can't go on the inside because she's on the far left, so she can't do that on the cut the toilet out.
It could be like that.
Don't know. I was imagining it being a right-hand turn.
It is a right-hand turn.
It's a right-hand turn.
So we're doing this clockwise. This track.
Jesus.
Well,
10. Okay. So I just didn't do Huttle. Okay, Huttle sneaks ahead a little bit into this corner. Being on the right-hand side, he's not so much got the racing line, but he's got like a faster line. And then he comes round the corner and onto the outside of the straight, now on the far left. You manage to... Something goes wrong for Derek, and he falls behind you badly in the corner. And you can see that there's like a very simple fencing around the edge of the track, and he comes up and bushes against that a bunch, and he's and then he loses quite a bit of speed behind you. He's now sort of 3 or 4 meters behind the other two. You're right on Huttle's tail, just on the inside, on the right hand side of him, but he's just ahead. And then you guys make it down the corner, and as you go down make it down the straight, and as you do so, Derek seems to fall even further behind. It looks like he's really starting to lose control or having some serious problem in the back.
Right.
And then you come into corner 2. Oh, do you want to do something on the straight?
Well, I don't know if I can do this. So my whole thing is that I hang out with Rusty quite a lot.
Yes.
I'm around it as far and probably a decent time.
Yes.
Let's say yesterday I lifted a wee small cabbage or 2. And had them,
the baby cabbages.
and I just had a couple stored in my pocket.
Yes.
For the sake of it. Can I yeet one of them at Huttle's head?
You definitely can.
Or are you gonna do the bag of marbles trick, a banana skin?
See, I don't want to hurt
Bananas
the
are too tropical for Findlewood.
I respect the Clucks too much. I don't respect the riders.
This is fine and not explicitly disallowed. Okay. The throwing of things at each other has happened in previous years, and nobody's ever had an issue with it.
Mm-hmm. I like to throw a cabbage.
Yeah. Please give me, I guess, a ranged attack. Just make it without proficiency. So dex based.
Okay. Please work. 17.
Oh, that would be his. Yeah, he has not got an AC of that.
And I yeet a cabbage at his head.
Yeah, sweet. Right, highs or lows is the effect. I don't really, because it's not really
Susan,
damage.
I'm like, Susan, take the reins for a minute, and I hold on to the reins with one hand, and I just yeet the cabbage at him.
Highs or lows?
Highs.
Okay, cool. So it's not as good an effect as you were hoping, but he will have.
But he's warned.
So he's not knocked off the Cluck, and he doesn't. But he will have disadvantage for the next corner.
Yeah, but he's warned. I'll be like, "There's more where that came from."
He loses balance. He's like, oh, and you can see him drawing a wee stick of corn out of his jacket. I've got you.
That's why I'm thinking.
Unsheathing his corn.
Into the final corner of lap 2. Oh my god, Derek.
10.
10.
Yeah.
Nice. So as you come up to the corner, Derek gains a little bit on you, but is still now a meter behind you. He loses a bit of speed on that straight because of the cabbage having hit him in the head. Actually, I need to roll twice for him. No, doesn't make a difference. So he loses a little bit of speed, and you're now ahead coming into the final straight of lap 2. Everything goes wrong for Derek. As he comes into the corner, he badly oversteers, puts a lot of G-force onto his left-hand side. It would appear that hitting the fence had damaged his holster? Saddle strapping in some way. It wears, snaps, and he goes flying off Lisa, over the fence, rolls, and looks up and goes, oh! Fuck!
Did I win?
And he goes, thumps his hands down and looks very disappointed in himself. Don't look at me, Lisa. There were 2 of us out there.
It's the team effort.
The rest of you fly on without him. You make it down the straight. An attack is made against
Oh,
you.
God. Did I have to roll to defend?
No. So it's a natural 20.
I am riding a badass bitch though.
Yeah.
Who would take no shit.
So you get a natural 20. He gets a natural 20 in hitting with the corn. It hits you in the side of the head. If only you'd been wearing a helmet. You find yourself falling off the side of Susan to the left hand side.
As the crowd like.
You manage to grab onto the reins and you get 1 foot still in the stirrup. You pull Susan to the side a little bit, but because she's a good Cluck racer, you'd be racing with her a lot more. The others aren't do this once a year, but you train with Susan. She's like still gonna get around the corner, but you will have disadvantage for the roll and a maximum of 10.
Okay.
Because, and the reason I'm saying a maximum of 10, you can get higher, but you'll have a maximum of 10 that you can get if you want to get back up onto her properly in this corner. If you want to take the next corner with disadvantage as well, then you can hang off the side.
I mean, we're pretty cool to watch, though. I have to think of the viewers. I mean, this is a performance sport as
Yeah,
well as
exactly.
it is a race. You know?
So it's entertainment.
Are you hopping back up? Are you trying to claw your way back up onto Susan during this
I
corner?
don't know. I think riding around 2 corners. I might regret this. I will probably regret this. Probably will cost me the race. But you know what? Big wins.
Worth it for the punters.
Big wins take big risks.
Roll for disadvantage.
7.
7. You make it round the corner. Huttall rolled a 3. He somehow the left hand speed, having maybe you're on the inside of the corner or something, but as you go around the left hand momentum actually helps you a wee bit, and you just about get ahead of him into the final straight. You come into the final corner.
So am I? Is he on my left hand side? Or is he on my right hand side?
He's now on your. I imagine if you go as you're going around, you would hang further out to the left, so he'd be on your right hand side because you're hanging off the left hand side of Susan.
Are we neck and neck, or is he a bit in front of me? Is he a bit behind
You're
me?
about a metre ahead of him.
Right. Cabbage. On the ground.
Or very, very. Oh, you can drop it.
Because I'm kind of. I'm sort of like
You can
holding
drop
on with
it,
one
but
hand.
you're on the left hand side of Susan. He's on the right hand side of Susan.
I mean, I kind of just like. So I'm just kind of behind Susan's butt and just kind of like chuck it.
You can do it. You disadvantage though for a ranged attack. You can make the attack for free. It's just whether you hit him or not. You should just make the roll.
Do you want me to try it?
There's no problem with making the roll.
What's that? Okay.
Cool.
11.
11. Beat his AC. It's a person not wearing armor. He's a normal dude. You hock a cabbage. He's like racing and he's like trying to get over to you, staring at your fucking thing with no rider on it, and then it's suddenly a cabbage flies over from the other side of the thing, hits him square in the face. Highs or lows?
Lows.
Again, so he's going to have disadvantage for this roll. He unbalances, but he holds on to the chicken. But it looks like he's now like hanging off. He's not off the saddle, but he's hanging to the right hand side of the chicken slightly, like he's slightly de-seated. So both of you need to roll for the last corner.
Okay. 5.
You come round the corner. It looks like he comes on the inside of you a little bit. He gets ahead just in the lead, and then just as you're about to cross the line, Susan dips ahead.
My girl.
Oh, she's done it.
Victory!
Fucking done it.
That baby is training.
He rolled a 4.
Oh my god!
Well, really, I do not know how you could have lost if you're the only one out of the 3 of them that actually trains with the.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty bad.
She was also the only one out of the 3 of them that wasn't on the chicken for half the race. But yeah, no, everyone goes, whoa, yeah, in the accent, but not that one. You get like a big cheer. Everyone's sort of like muffled eating. Does Rusty give a good cheer?
No, but Rusty just like smiles and sheds a tear. Like I just know how happy she's going to be. She deserves it so much.
That was like, that's how you should be using cabbages.
You hear from the.
He's so happy, and he turns around and Frederick's just staring at a worm on the ground.
Frederick's staring at a worm on the ground. He moves faster than you've ever seen him move, and then he's chewing something.
Oh. Yeah, no. Rusty just turns back and looks at the track again and feels happy.
What happened?
Frederick.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Did you see it, Ross?
I got it. I saw it, and I grabbed it, and it tasted less muddy than I thought.
No, but
Than
did
usual.
you see Deela win the race?
Deela. Oh, that's your friend. Did she win?
She won the race.
Oh, that's really good. I had money on Huddock.
You don't have any money.
I just want you to feel part of it.
Well, you're not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go see if I can find some more worms.
All right, you're an odd child.
You're odd too.
I think this is the saddest character in the game.
He's the happiest person in this town. He wanders around. He likes eating worms. There's fucking loads of them around here. He wanders off, trips over, hits the floor, gets back up, and then just continues wandering.
He's got a face full of worms. Like, that's why he's on the floor so much. He's eating them worms.
Oh, that's so true.
The loudest people you hear on the side of the track, obviously, are your dad saying, "Fucking yes! Yes! Take that, you fucking priest! I'm really sorry, I'll see you next Sunday!" Anyway.
That's my dad's.
Taller is just like, "Yes! I can't do his accent that loud." He's like clapping, and like they're both cheering your sister and your brother, who normally works at the bakery as well. They're both there cheering for you as well. They're like shit, and like when you come in,
right past giving them high fives on Susan.
Oh, your victory lap.
Oh, nice! Back up on the saddle.
I stand up on Susan and like, yo, give
Oh,
waves.
a good race there, Deela. I'll get you next year. And Claire like wanders past and he's like wanders up to you to congratulate. He's like, if he makes it to next year. Well done, everyone. Victor of the Cluck race, Deela. For the third year in a row.
Yay.
Wonderful. Right, everyone. I understand that everyone will be going to fully set up their stalls in the town square. Please feel free to go. And we'll join you all as soon as we can.
Thick.
And everyone heads off to go set up their stalls for the fair that will be part of the harvest before the pub in the evening.
Can I give Susan? Can chickens eat like sweet corn? Is that a thing?
Yeah, she can eat corn.
Can I give Susan like corn as like a treat? And, like,
I mean, KFC serve it as a side for chicken, so I don't see why they wouldn't eat it.
I'll give Susan a big treat and be like, "Good job, girl. See you again next year." You know.
You give her like a nice big bountiful feed.
Yeah, but I'm like, you know what? We're back on the training. Next week, next Wednesday, we're training again. We need to get ready for next year.
It's actually kind of sad that you're only just winning, considering how hard you train. Really.
It's like, Susan, right? We just nearly won this, right? We need to step up our training program. You know, at least once a week. You know, I know we're slacking. I know we slack this year. I get quite busy at work. You got busy clucking to do. I know things
you got
happen.
those eggs you gotta lay.
But you know, if we want to win, and we want to win right, we need to commit. This is something that we're both in together here. You know, we both want this.
This is your life.
You're talking to Susan. She's like, and then you sort of look over, and Bago is stood there with a drink in his hand. He goes, "You know, if you keep talking to animals, people are gonna think you're crazy." And then he turns around and walks away.
I give Susan a look, be like, "I don't mind."
And you see him like wandering up to people, and they're just sort of like, "Hi, Bago." So,
Don't you miss the ocean? No, just me. Okay.
Just like, where did the other sun go?
Wanders off.
What?
Oh.
But anyway, yes, everyone goes off to the fair, and you guys join on, I assume, a little bit behind, supposedly putting Susan away.
But I keep Susan, she's out in the field today. She's going to respite days. Her and Wendy. I give Wendy and Lisa, a good pattern as well, being like, it was a good race, race. You know, he's a good Cluck. This is not just about you guys.
Great.
You can't take this personally. It's
the Haygoods, the head of the Haygoods, who I think was Hoppip, possibly
Something like that.
Yeah, he
Which is a Pokemon.
No, Whole Rose was the oldest. Ropip was the guy that you met previously. But they come up to you and like give you a high five. Weird that one of them doesn't race. Oh well, made my choice. They came up and they give you like a high five and it's like, nice one, that was really good. And they're quite enjoying it because they've had generations of families and no one's ever thought to race the Clucks.
Yeah. You should give it a go next year. You should. We could get more. More races.
Well, you can.
We could do heats.
I'm going to try an Irish accent. Well, you could use a competition? No, that's not Irish. Close enough. You could use a competition. Maybe we will. Maybe next year we'll have more Clucks.
Yeah, we could get like preliminaries. We could get like heats. We can build
Oh my
it
god.
up. Make more of a
A
thing.
knockout tournament.
Knockout tournament with the
The
clubs.
qualifying
We'll have
rounds throughout the
qualifying,
years.
and then we'll have free practice 1, free practice 2, free practice 3, and then we'll have qualifying and then the actual race.
Yeah,
Good.
maybe
Sponsored by Pirelli.
make this a bigger thing, and you get some income to the town. Who knows? The Lord might even hear about it. He might even come to see it.
No, the Lord was watching. He fucked me. says Derek as he wanders past.
Not that Lord Cleric. Not that one. Lord Fangar.
But you Lord Fanga. I see what you mean. Not the Lord of the. True. They but yeah, no, you guys sort of wander off from the Haygood thing. Findlewood's a tiny town, so it takes like 2 minutes to get like anywhere. But you wander back towards the town square where the well is. By the time you arrive, people have mostly sort of set up. There's like lots of different stalls of different kinds. You can see that your dads have set up Deela at the blacksmith stall. They've got lots of little trinkets and that sort of thing, like little flowers and things that have been like molded into necklaces and like the little metal ducks and stuff. There's a little bit maybe they've done a little bit of carpentry as well, like 1 or 2 bits. Next to their stall is actually one of the Bates stalls, the shipbuilders. Okay. They've done a lot more carpentry style thing. They sort of have done a couple of things similar. You and maybe there's a little bit of competition between them and your dads, and they like try and make like more intricate things. But they always have like a good. They get on really really well because they have a similar sort of skill set.
Yeah, because we're probably do a lot of projects and jobs sort of together and like have
exactly
stuff.
And they've got like little bits and bobs there, maybe like little wooden puzzles and stuff like that.
Cool.
Very simple. No one ever buys them. Maybe Rusty buys a couple of them.
A puzzle? Yeah, I think Rusty's well up for a puzzle. Fuck yeah.
What is this? Rubik's Cube. And then you've got like the corn guys have been like experimenting with this sort of new thing. They found that if you knew that they've been coming around to the forge a couple of times. And they've actually they've found out that if you heat up some of their dried corn kernels, they pop into little things that taste quite nice. They've been making a little bit of that.
Is one of them cabbage corn, because you put bits of cabbage through the popcorn?
No.
Huh? Well, it's corn. They call them corn puffs.
Corn puffs.
Corn puffs. Okay.
So you have like salted and you have sweet.
No.
Then you have cabbage.
They call them popped corn. Yes, popped corn. I like that. Popped corn of the pop. And then you've got like the cousins of the Bates have got their sort of fish stuff that they're selling sort of like they've made like specially kind of like hooks and bait things that are kind of like nice to look at and that sort of stuff because they're not the guys who go out there and fish regularly, but there's other people in the town that like to enjoy going down to the river a little bit and do some fishing and stuff. There's the bakers and the wheat farmers have like come together and made some particularly good looking rusty. They're looking quite nice. They've been making some nice little glazings on some of the buns as well. They've got some nice things, things with different fruits that grow in the nearby trees. And then you've got the cabbage farmers who of course have turned up and they've got moonshine.
Oh well, I mean that's
the most popular stall.
They've got the moonshine and they've been sort of experimenting, putting some fruits and stuff into the moonshine as well to give it a bit more of a less of a this is to less of an antiseptic taste. Which actually everyone quite enjoys anyway. But they is there anything in the stalls that you're particularly wanting to look at?
I don't know about you, Deela, but I'd quite like to go and have a look at the puzzles. But first, I'd quite like to munch on a scone while I'm doing the looking at the puzzles. So I'd like to go to the baker's and then the puzzles.
I was wanting to go and look at your guys' moonshine stall and get my dad something as a bit of a treat again this year. Because the Harvest Festival is where they sort of like properly met after Mum passed away, and it's a nice wee commemoration for them, and they spent ages chatting away in the pub that day, so it's a nice wee sort of memorial for them.
I understand. Do you want me to go and steal some, or do you want it to be like a gift from you that like you put effort into, or do you want me to just steal it?
I was thinking more a gift.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you want to steal from your own family?
Can I just say that I love that you do the awkward fucking thing with everybody, including your best friend.
Do you want to steal from them?
I mean, I don't want to. I just can see the benefit that you wouldn't have to buy it, and then you can use your money for other...
Is it bad?
No, it's quite nice. Like, my sister does quite well, actually. With this one in particular, the one my dad makes, which is like the basic shite we have most of the year.
You lose an eye after drinking that stuff. You know it's.
If you're lucky.
You get baggoed if you drink that stuff. You know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. But my sister's been working on this one for a long time. Belle-Marie, that's her name. I had to look it up in my character sheet, but her name's Belle-Marie.
Belle-Marie, yeah.
And she's been working quite hard this year. But it comes with a cost. So I could just take some. But I also understand that it's nice if it's a gift.
Yeah.
I assume you guys have been wandering up towards the stall at this point as you're having this conversation.
Yeah.
This is how your dad looks and goes, "Oh, good, Rusty, we could use a hand here if you're free."
I don't have...
Oh, I tell you what, Deela, lovely racing, the cut racing, fantastic. How about a bottle on the house?
That would be great. I was gonna come get one for my dad, but that would be very kind of
Oh,
you.
well, what do you think they'd like? I've got cabbage and apple, I've got cabbage and pear, I've got cabbage and pear and apple and cabbage, I've got cabbage, apple and cabbage, I've got apple, pomegranate and carriage, I've got cabbage, a bit of wheat and some cabbage, I've got cabbage I dropped a spoon in, I've got cabbage.
Rusty's saying your daughter was working on some. So he recommended that they were quite.
Oh,
good.
she makes it all.
She makes them all.
Yeah, particularly the cabbage, apple, cabbage, and pear.
Oh, can we try?
Do you know what skit I'm doing here, Con?
No.
Spam eggs, spam and eggs.
Oh.
Eggs, spam and eggs. Spam, eggs, and spam. It's Monty Python.
Yeah.
Alright. Can we try a bit of this just Springstone?
Oh yeah, of course. I've got tasters out, and he's got like, he's got like, just so drunk. He's got like little moonshine glass, like bottles
so
out at the front, and he's like,
Tasters.
he pours like a little into like a little cup that you can have a wee taste of. And that's the cabbage, apple, cabbage, and pear.
To double cabbage.
Well, we just. Well, you get a bit of cabbage one, then you put a bit of the apple one in, then you put a bit of the cabbage one in, then you put a bit of the pear one in.
Ah, this is a bit more complicated compared to normal. It's...
Well, you'd have to ask Belle-Marie. I don't, I just make the cabbage ones.
How are your sales going this year so far?
Oh, you don't know? You'd have to ask the Bates. They make the ships.
Fuck.
I just look at Rusty like, do you want to try a bit of this as well?
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I much prefer the ones with the like the things that aren't actually just all cabbage in it. So I might like this one.
Okay, I'll give it to Rusty first. So like, tell me what you think. Tell me, do you like it?
He takes a little sip. He's like,
It's fruity. It's not like that. It's obviously like strong, but it's like that's the sort of aftertaste. At first, you're like, oh, that's quite nice. Oh, in the back of the throat.
it's like it's quite. And you get the apple and the pear, and then the strong, and you're like, oh, okay, it's quite strong. And then you get the cabbage. Like, oh no, there it is.
There's the cabbage.
I thought for a minute that it wasn't going to come, but of course it does. It always does.
It always comes.
It always comes, and it always hits you like a cabbage in the face. But
I want to make a sex joke there, but I'm not going to.
But by our standards, it's really quite nice.
Would you recommend it? Is it
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much, says Belle-Marie from behind the thing. Oh, I worked hard on that one.
Yes,
Yeah.
you've been really slaving away on it.
I can't do a fucking Irish accent to save my fucking life, but I'll try. I worked really hard.
That's
I'm
not
driving
bad.
Ah, I'm trying here just to speak. No, she's just like, she looks like quite happy with herself that you like it, especially that you like it, Rusty.
Ah.
Oh, she's looking for your approval.
No, just because he fucking hates everything, and it just means a lot.
I'll take a bottle of that, Mr. Springstone. The cabbage, apple, cabbage, pear.
Brilliant. Okay, I'll get you a nice big bottle. We've just had one freshly made, so I'll just grab that one for you. There you go. I minded that too much, didn't I? You can say.
I'll pick it up. Thanks very much, Mr. Springstone.
It's all right.
I need Rusty to help. We've got stuff to yeah.
He's
with me for today,
you
sorry.
can't stay and help at all, Rusty. No.
No, I'm really busy.
Oh, you've got things. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He said he'd help us with our stall, and there's a lot of deliveries, and we need to deliver bagos to his. You know how difficult he is to find.
Yeah, it's impossible to find his place, isn't it?
And it's
Not exactly got a postcode, is it?
Yeah.
Not that we
so
do.
He's with us. Bye.
Well, anyway, I'll see you later when I tell my jokes. He says as you all both scamper on. Yeah. Anything else that you guys want to do in the sort of there?
I want to go and experience the bakery and the puddle.
Oh, you go to the bakery.
And the puddle.
The baker stand has got lots of delicious looking treats. There's sort of the hot cross buns. They've also got some like buns with sort of like this white glazing that you've not really sort of seen before.
Cabbage paste.
Is that coming from Dobo?
Oh God, no! He would never waste that. He's got more goods to have. They that's what you meant, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're as bad as each other, just so I know.
Also, I'm intrigued by the the IVF surrogate mother system we've got going on in this town. Then, if he's not able to waste it,
it's a really good point. He has more kids, but he's married. Yeah, well, who knows? No, I didn't think about that. I just thought that they would have kids together. Is that really innocent of me? I just didn't think about it.
Well, there you go.
I don't know. Maybe you should become a really powerful wizard and help them out. I don't know, is the answer. Yeah, that was just a cock up on my end, I suppose. And there'll be a cock up on fucking Taula's end later, I'll tell you that. Anyway.
Dad!
There will be a cock up. There will be a cock up Taula's end.
Anyway, I didn't say cock up Taula's end. I said cock up on Taula's end. Because I wanted to make it mildly less disgusting.
Dad, we're in public! Again!
I like this dynamic. Dobo
Every day.
Dobo and Taula, no, they're not there. But yeah, no, they wander past and make some awful joke. But there's quite a lot of nice looking treats.
Yeah, I would like to try as many of them as I'm allowed to.
Yeah. So
I don't know who do I know I imagine I know the bakers relatively well.
Oh no, you're definitely the bakers quite well. They are. Oh, so it's literally just it's Liva Falcon and Murgo Shacklefoot. So Robin's or Deela's older brother, as well as one of the Falcons, who is she's Abe's wife. So Abe being the banker.
Ah. Right, you have no idea how excited I've been to come to this stall.
Hi, sis.
All year.
Hiya. Oh, sis.
Brother?
Hi,
bro.
Murgo's your brother.
Hi, bro.
Alright, how are you?
Not too bad. What you got going on today? How's that bacon life?
It's been good. We've just been preparing for Rusty.
He's been talking about it non-stop. I could barely hold him back coming over.
I am excited.
Well, I should fucking hope so, because when we have to make food for you, we kind of have to make as much for the rest of the town.
I don't know why they're being really salty. I hope
it's just
they're
been
being
a really
as salty
busy day.
as their caramel muffins.
Well, have I got a treat for you? We've invented caramel. Liva looks at you and just goes, Tati.
You can try it out.
Why do I find Irish so difficult to do?
You can do so many weird, bizarre accents.
Do you know the thing is, I can do Irish. I just can't do Irish with West Country within being in proximity. Alright, hello there. Rusty, have you come to try our new goods? We've got some new things this year.
Oh, wait, I'm excited. Please,
Excited?
please.
What takes your fancy?
All of them.
Oh,
Can I?
one of each. I'm I'm barring you at one of each.
But one of each is actually not. It's better than I was expecting, so I would quite like that.
That's alright then.
Please.
Okay. Well, I'll get you one of each, and they have like some bags. Bags?
Like plates, like I don't know, like
A bucket. They get a bucket and they just
Or
sort
like
of
a
put
water
one of
pail.
each. No, it's a bucket. They just get a metal bucket and put like one of each in all of it. And they go, there they go.
I made the
That'll
bucket.
be a silver. It's kind of a lot.
Do I have money?
Do you probably have a bit of money on you.
I mean, yeah, well, this is what it's getting spent on. There's
you
nothing
probably
else that
you
I
probably
want all year.
all the money that you probably save up, if anything at all, you probably like save up for this. You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
very little use for it.
Yeah, no, I would.
Also, I don't know how money in D&D generally works, but we're gonna at the moment we'll just say the money that you guys have here is generally like 10 copper to 10 silver to 10 gold.
Yeah.
I know it's usually like hundreds, but that. Yeah, we'll do it in hundreds. Fuck it, we'll do it in hundreds.
So 100 copper goes to 1 silver.
Yeah, so it's 100 copper.
Goes to 1
Which
gold.
is quite a lot. Like, probably.
It's worth. This is
probably
like
getting,
my whole year of pocket money going
Yeah.
to this like meal.
Yeah, you're probably getting like a good 10 buns
Yeah.
out of all of different kinds out of all of this, and then they're like about 10 copper each ish.
Yeah.
So do you not want money to buy a puzzle or
I-
anything else?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
You've probably still got like another silver's worth.
Realistically,
of stuff.
there's nothing that I can buy all year. This is the only day that I can spend any money because what the fuck?
And
would
we've all put in for the Lord. Fanga.
But I don't need to do that.
Well, no, but you don't need to worry about the money at all at the moment. We've done our bit for the month.
Well,
It's all just gravy for the rest of the month.
yeah.
I've changed my accent.
I noticed.
Oh well.
Everyone becomes West Country with you.
I know.
I'd like to go and sit on the wall and eat my buns. I might even offer some to Deela.
Are you gonna eat all 10 of those buns?
I might eat like 9.5 if you want a bit.
I think I'm good.
You sure? Do you really not want some of this cinnamon and ginger?
I'd just rather not
Carrot cake.
have it after you've ate half of it already.
No, you can have a whole one if you want it, as long as I can have a bite. I'll choose the shortest one. You can have that, and I'll just have a bite.
I'm gonna go to the rest of the.
You're just gonna leave me here on the well, sad with me buns? I
Yeah.
mean, I won't be sad. I'll be like the happiest I can be all year, because I'm usually a bit of a miserable git. I am truly,
I'll give you some time with your buns.
truly
I feel like that's what you want.
happy. Hello, and welcome to the middle bit. Sorry for this episode being a bit late this week. We're already like 4 hours later than it should, 5 hours later than it should be, so I'm going to try and keep this quick so I can get the episode up right now. But yeah, sorry, apologies, it's just me again. The episode's sort of compiled very quickly right at the last minute, so that's why. But I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. I'm really enjoying going through and editing this campaign so far. It's been a good laugh. We wanted to do a campaign that was like very like quite simple. And this sort of stage of the campaign, we're just trying to ground the characters in this little bullshit town that nothing a lot really happens in, before we start to build it up and involve them in a sort of a larger adventure when they do, they discover, the world around them. So yeah, I'm enjoying how sort of slow paced and quite just, it allows for a lot of bullshit role playing, and a lot of, crap little storylines regarding cabbages and chickens. This is what we really want to do with this campaign. So really enjoying it so far. I hope you guys are as well. Quick note, apologies if all you can hear is a bird in the background tweeting, because my sister is currently next door trying to teach her new cockatiel September by Earth, Wind and Fire. So we'll get back to you on the progress on that front. But yeah, my sister's now moved into the LTRP HQ where we do our recording, and we got a bird. So expect that to be, a prominent feature in all future episodes. Our unofficial fourth or fifth member in every episode will be little Ziggy the cockatiel. So yeah. Not sure if anybody noticed last week, but I did a bit of a fuck up in the intro, and I said that the episode was episode 2 when it was in fact episode 3, and then didn't have time to go back and change it. So just gonna leave that as a little blooper for the rest of LTRP history. But yeah, well done if you picked up on that. I certainly didn't until it was far too late. So yeah. I wanted to very quickly talk about the sort of state of recording and stuff, and with, state of us being able to continue releasing episodes at the moment with the sort of ongoing COVID restrictions and stuff. At the moment, Glasgow is under pretty much lockdown again, except we can go to the pub, which is a bit weird. But nobody is allowed into other people's houses. So it means that we can't record the podcast because James can't come over and Robin can't come over here. So at the moment we're just putting everything on hold. When we can meet up again, we will do, and we'll be able to continue recording this campaign. At the moment, this is the last full episode that we have recorded and ready to put out. We have another one which was from the same session, but we wanted to change a couple of things about the ending, and so we won't be able to release that episode until we can re-record that bit. So let's just see. We've, thrown around the ideas of being able to do it online and, record it over Skype and stuff, but so much of the way that we play D&D and the way that we enjoy it and the way that it seems natural for us to play and therefore record is, all of us being in the room together. That's the reason we started playing D&D, and we don't really want to change that. We don't feel it would have the same sort of impact. So at the moment, we're just going to have to sort of wait until restrictions are lifted enough for us to be able to record in the same room again, and then we will be back to recording and releasing episodes. So not sure when that will be. It might be that the episodes could just come out as normal if restrictions are eased somewhat, but it looks like they're going to get tighter rather than looser. So let's just see what happens, and we'll keep you up to date as to whether we'll be releasing episodes or not over the next few weeks. Best place to keep up to date with us is on Twitter. We also have various other places you can go. Instagram, we can check up on our Facebook. You can send us an email at letstryroleplay@gmail.com. If you're feeling those lockdown blues and you want yourself some LTRP merch, you can go over to the Redbubble store. Lots of James's drawings are on there that you can get on a t-shirt or a clock or a pillowcase or a mug, or I don't know what, socks maybe, all sorts of bizarre Redbubble things. But yeah, go and do that if you're wanting to support us a little bit, which would be lovely. I'm gonna leave it there for now because I want to get this episode out nice and early. We've done a lot of charity shout-outs recently. We support many charities here. The main ones that we tend to shout out are Marrow for supporting people with blood and bone marrow cancer. We also support Social Bite, which is a charity in Scotland trying to end homelessness. We support Tiny Changes, which is supporting depression and mental illness in young people. And we've done a few others across across our time, but those are the main 3 that we tend to focus on. So go and check those out if you're wanting to, and yeah, go and enjoy the rest of the episodes, and I will talk to you next week. Bye bye.
So at this point, some time passes. You leave Deela. You leave Rusty on the well. He sits and munches.
I just kind of walk away from just like he's getting weirder, man.
He holds a bucket. He sits and he munches. A roll to see which ones are good or bad.
All right.
Six of them were good. 4 of them were bad.
Bad.
Not bad, but not up to your standards.
What was the best one though?
The best one was the one that had like this, like the white sort of glaze
the glazing.
on it.
Is he
the glazing,
mad for the glazing?
very sugary, very sweet, very nice. Like a sort of, it's obviously been made with some sort of like floury, powdery sort of stuff. It's not like total sugar glazing that we have, but it's very nice, very lovely. So you enjoy that a lot. Deela, you wander around
I'll start like hawking off deliveries to people if like the wee trinkets are getting ready.
Yeah,
I'll start chucking them around.
Occasionally you pop back to the forge if your dads need a wee hand, or more likely you man the stall for a little bit whilst they run back and forth and make a couple of things. It's not that busy. They probably have to make like 5 or 6 things throughout the day. It's not too busy. Everyone's sort of wandering around having a good time. Sat on the well. You probably sit on the well for a good like hour munching on your buns before you might even go like help Dealer out of the thing. But whilst you are sat there munching on your thing, you see Bago sort of just wandering past, drunk as he ever looks. Never seems to get drunk, or maybe this is him drunk.
You just never.
In which case you've never seen him sober. No one knows. There are times when he's not been drinking for a while, but he's exactly the same. He never his attitude never changes.
Yeah.
But he wanders past and he's humming something, and the things like a
Mighty beasts that roam the sky, breath of fire, and then you die. Hello, Rusty. Rusty.
Yes.
I remembered. It's all coming back to me. The pub is this way.
and he wanders off.
Good.
You just like it when you don't have to interact with Bago much, don't you?
Thank fuck.
And then
He's away.
maybe you help like Dealer a wee bit, and the two of you also get a chance to like wander around the other stalls. There's a couple of things that are like interesting. The merchants are there. They've got a sort of standard things that they normally bring. There's 1 or 2 red cabbages.
I really don't give a shit. My dad's really, really offended, and he always buys one to like analyze it. But I really don't care.
Care if it's bad or not.
I don't. It's a cabbage. They're all
Is this
cabbages.
because I implied that you might be offended by the red cabbage?
I'm not offended by the red cabbage at all. I actually quite enjoy seeing my dad being so offended about the red cabbage, but I myself don't give a fuck.
But
You're such a miserable bastard. Like, why do I hang out with you?
Well, it can be quite fun.
But the merchants barter with you a little bit. Maybe you get like there's another like baked good from their town that's okay. It's not great. You try it and you're like, okay, they're doing stuff over there as well. Maybe it's something you tried before.
Can we like buy or like get a few red cabbages and like plant them around your house?
Oh my god, Deela, we have never had such a good idea.
Like, we put the, right, I've got a plan. Should we put them like under his bed so that when he goes home after bed, he's gonna be pissed, he's gonna be drunk, he's gonna be so angry. You know, and right before he leaves, we'll be like, oh, the red cabbages, you just them today. And he'll have been like, oh, those fucking cabbages. And he'll go home and boom, cabbage in his bed. And then he wakes up the next morning, opens the cupboard, you know, to take his morning moonshine, boom, cabbage in the head.
Oh my god. I really, 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 really want to plant some.
I think we should plant some red
It's
cabbages.
just random cabbages, and he's just like, comes out, he's like, they're fucking red. The fuck?
Plant them in the field.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
really, really need to plant some of these cabbages.
So, right, you buy yourselves a couple of cabbages from the merchants. They're
Yes,
like, oh,
please.
this is actually the most cabbages we've ever sold here, the red ones. Normally your dad buys one, but he's got a bit of an issue with them.
I think
We've
he's...
caught the cabbage fever.
Yes.
Okay.
I think
Well,
that's...
no, happy to make a sale with you. Is there anything
Right.
else you'd like? There's a couple of, like, blacksmithy things, all sort of... Everything's a very much a muchness of each other.
Yeah.
Like, there's... Generally, it's like, that's a bit interesting, and that's most of the time when people buy things from the merchants. There might be a few different, like, clothes and things that are, like, a little bit more, like... Then maybe there's some people in the other towns that sell clothes that are a bit more interesting. But yeah, no, as time goes on throughout the sort of evening, you get to... it becomes a bit darker, and everyone starts to close down the stalls. No one puts really much away, but everyone, like, well, obviously, apart from the things that might rot in the open and all that sort of stuff, but then everyone makes their way to the pub. In the pub, we're met with a nice little scene. There's a wee fire in the side, on one of the side walls with a stone fireplace going up. There's a sort of bar as you come in. If you imagine you come in against in the centre of one of the walls, and the far side is the fire. It's a fairly large room, actually, one of the larger rooms in Findlewood.
Okay.
Now, in the back left is like a sort of curved bar shape. It sort of takes up one of the corners. And then scattered around are table and chairs. There's a sort of small... there's a doorway at the back that leads to some sort of rooms that the owners, being the Falcons, I believe.
I imagine they rent them out to the I don't think we're allowed to call them gypsies, but the gypsies.
The merchants.
The merchants. Because there'd be really no point in renting them out to the villagers, because we all live here anyway.
Unless you fancy a wee holiday.
Right, a staycation.
Fucking
hell,
no, it's
that
the-
sounds shit.
It's the Brussels.
Rusty,
So
no one
the
ever goes on holidays. What are you talking about? No one leaves.
well, so the rooms there are for the people that work in the pub.
That's also true.
Yeah. Apart from so the people that work in the pub is Dinnerper Brussels. There's also Huttle Brussels.
I'm sorry, what?
Dinnerper.
I thought you said dinner pub.
Dinner pub. Dinnerper Brussels, Huttle Brussels, Talia Brussels. The three of them are the Brussels that work here.
Yeah.
And then there's also
The
Hildefar.
Brussels that hustle.
There's a Hildefar Bates as well, and then they don't stay there. They stay over at the main Bates house and come over to the pub to work.
Every day in Brussels.
But Dinnerper is the guy that is it the guy? Yeah, Dinnerper's the guy that owns it.
Okay.
Huttle is Huttle, Talia, and Hildefar. They're all sort of just the general staff that work within there as well behind the bar, although they all do every job. They stay in those rooms behind. There's a small staircase on the right-hand side, and that goes up to 2 rooms that are for visitors. The merchants actually, because they're nomadic, sleep in tents and stuff almost constantly.
Yeah.
So they don't stay in the village
Oh,
themselves.
okay.
They've actually probably shut up shop now. They've probably been in town for the last maybe a couple of days, selling occasionally. And they've probably actually now moved on and start their because it's a 2-3 day walk with their cow that carries a lot of their goods round to the next town.
That's really cool.
So they don't stay in town for long. They particularly at this sort of time of year when there's the harvest festivals that they want to try and get around to people. Although get to as many towns as they can, probably 2 or 3 over the weekend, over the week, I guess. But then you've got occasionally, very rarely, they're also the Lord's Guards come to deal with a problem and there's 2 rooms for them to stay in. Or occasionally somebody does visit from one of the other villages and this is hey, we've been having this problem with this blight or something that's been affecting our crops. Are you having that problem? Or more commonly in this town, people come into the lake because there's fish there.
Oh, okay.
And it's difficult to get to the lake from the other towns apart from the next one round. So yeah, this is the pub. Everyone seems to be rolling around. Everyone seems to be sat about and drinking, having a good time. There's bottles of moonshine. There's also some very simple wheat beers and this sort of stuff. And you can already see there's a lot of people arm wrestling and starting the competition.
Oh yeah.
I think Huttle owes you a pint.
I think we could start the red cabbage plant here as well. Get the thought brewing in your dad's heads.
We cannot tell my dad what we did. We need to wait until next year when they start sprouting.
No, we'll left some around the house as well.
Oh, I'm confused. I thought what you meant is that you're going to take a red cabbage, dig up a whole red cabbage, dig up a white cabbage, and put it down where it was. So the next day he walks out and goes, "What the fuck?"
That's
No,
what I
we're
was
planting
thinking as
them.
well.
We are planting them so that they grow next year.
I thought.
Well, they don't have
going-
seeds for them. They just have cabbages.
Yeah. My thought was that we were going to put them around the house, so he's like, why am I getting to tackle these red cabbages? But then also substitute some of the ones in the field with the red cabbage.
We've only got 2.
You got 3 cabbages.
We
Red
could
cabbages.
use
We've got 3.
we could put the leaves in your house and just sprinkle them on his bed.
The leaves are a good idea.
We could take the leaves off
It's
and then
quite
bring
nice.
some
I've
shit to
seen
the
when your
cabbages.
dads put leaves on the pillows and stuff. They try to make the bed all romantic.
At that point, you get buffed by Dobo and Torla walking past, and it's I know, terrible for eating in bed, aren't we?
Dad! Dad!
Well, I just meant eating in bed.
Public, man. What?
Do you know, late night snack? Or a late night whack, am I right, Tola? Anyway, no, right, who wants to arm wrestle, you fucking wankers?
Yeah, clucking pricks.
Yeah, clucking pricks.
Clucking cocks.
Dobo and Tola sit down at separate tables and start taking challenges.
I start challenge. I'm going over to Huttle, right? I got
Yes.
beef with him.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hi, good race. Very well done.
That's the same to
That
you.
cabbage hit me square in the face.
Is your face okay?
No, it's fine.
It looks a bit red.
Now, it's not the first time I've been hit in the face with a cabbage. And if you think my face is red now, imagine if I'd been hit by one of those bastard red cabbages.
Lethal, aren't they?
I went from, I think, Irish into...
You were actually. I was going to
really
comment
bad.
on how
good it was.
how good you were
And
doing
it
with the
had
Irish. And
I
then-
don't remember the moment when it changed. But anyway,
Yeah, those red cabbages are lethal. You know,
Oh, fucking awful.
there's a reason why we, particularly, Mr. Springstone over there who doesn't like them, and who knows? One day they might just pop up and they're just there. You
can you imagine? He'll be red in the face.
No, I think everyone would.
Hi. Well, anyway, can I buy you a drink?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Oh, fantastic, right. You weren't expecting him to be so nice, were you?
I don't know.
You're annoyed, aren't you? I know how to fuck with Robin. Yeah, no.
So many can't be sassed.
No, yeah. He goes up and he buys you like one of the sort of wheaty beer things that they have here. Throws over a couple of copper for it. So, there you go. Well done. Good race.
Same time next year.
Yeah.
I was speaking to the Haywoods, who said that they might even try and get more Clucks this year, so we can do
some more competition. That'd be fun. Getting around that corner. What is this accent now?
I don't know.
Oh God.
But you've created your own.
That would be that'd be great.
I know.
Anyway, yeah. What an arm wrestle.
Hell yeah.
This is just what happens in this pub. Right, let's do a contested strength check. I'll roll his strength, you roll your strength. We'll see what we get. Basically, he's got a +0 to strength, I imagine.
Boom.
What did you get?
19.
19. You have to restrain yourself to prevent you from hurting him too much.
Oh.
You got a 4.
Oh,
Oh fuck! Oh. He's like afterwards. He's like you basically slam him down onto the table. You get like a wink from your dad, like from Tola over on the edge, and he's like he's just like he's like rolling his wrist. He's like you're really strong. No wonder you won today. Oh, quite the grip on the reins, I imagine. Shit. Has anyone invented ice? Are you going to take like challenges throughout the night as well?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like next.
Give me a performance check, or suppose it would be a strength check, whichever you prefer, to see how like you do throughout the evening.
I'll strength be better than performance for me. Yeah. We'll just. I'm not gonna get as high as before. I got a 19 again.
So 19, right? There's a lot of people in town, a lot of people in the pub. You take on quite a few challenges. Let's say you take on 12 people.
Fuck.
There's other people, like, once you lose a arm, like, people are probably selective about who they wrestle with, just because once you lose one, you're out.
Yeah.
So it's like, a knockout competition. So people are, like, choosing who they want to go. You probably go up against, like, 12 people and win all of them. Mm-hmm. Left up at the moment is Dobo, Tola, your older sister, and let's say Bago.
Has Bago been doing this?
Bago, I'm quite strong, don't you know?
What's Bago look like wrestling? What's his...
He clambers up towards the table, gets his arm up, and you keep hearing him shout like crazy things. You're not really been paying attention, but he shouts crazy things when before he does it, and then he just goes, and you've seen him slam some folk. Like, everyone's small, he's small, like, he's 1'8" for a gnome.
Yeah.
But, like, he's got some pivoting points, he's strong. So you now have to choose your next competitor.
Challenge. I don't know. Is that my dad? That's not gonna happen. My sis. Or Bago. You know what? It has to be. Right, let's go. Let's see what Bago's got.
You
Has
see
to
what
be
Bago's
done.
got?
Has to be done. Wait, did big old... Was Rusty part of this arm wrestling competition? Or was he feeling too... What was he doing?
I think someone would have probably asked him and he was kind of too awkward to say no.
How badly were you hurt?
I can roll.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh,
You go up against one of the baits.
got a 7.
Ooh, also a 7. It's like a stalemate. It's like it's a competition that goes on for like a good
Between
sort of
me and the newborn child in the Bates family.
Yeah, they're 6 years. They're 6 years old, and they're going up against you. Actually, I don't know if the Bates have got anyone that young. Yeah, you're going up against Dido Bates. Dido.
As in like the singer.
You're going up against Dido. Yeah, exactly. They hum that whilst you're like, oh, that's quite good. So highs or lows? Wait, you don't give up yet. No white flag. Come on.
Highs.
You win.
Fuck.
After 2 to 3 minutes of struggling, you finally eke out lead against this child and defeat them.
Is that really a win you can take?
Yeah, well, Dido can get fucked, quite frankly. And I move on to the next one. Bring it on. I'm very, very strong.
I like that kind of talk. Come on, Rusty, let's do it. You're approached by, of course, Dobo, who sits down in front of you and gets his beefy arm out.
I'm
Not feeling great.
not.
He grabs your hand and starts the competition.
Shite. 4.
Take 1 point of damage.
Oh no! I still haven't healed from last time.
There you have.
Have
It's
I?
been another night's rest.
I'll
Another
just keep
8.
it at 5 then. I think 5's my max health, right?
Oh yeah, I need to sort out my legs.
You'll be a
No,
full,
6 is my math.
Rob.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm back to 5. Good.
So yeah, you
What did he get?
huh? 18.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But no, he so he
I guess I'm out then.
no. Well, no, don't worry. I was very strong. Very well done there. You're wonderful. He turns around and sort of shakes his head
You're
to
joking.
somebody else. I would never joke that. It's your dad's job. Thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome.
And thank you for reminding me.
We're
So
doing this community
the
service.
competition continues. You watch as Deela makes it through quite a few competition. Left now is just Dobo, Torla, your older sister, Owler, and Bago, who you've seen defeat 6 other people so far.
And I've gone to challenge Bago.
You've gone to challenge Bago.
You know what? I might as well. You know
Yes.
what? Yeah.
See what Bago's got. Right.
Yeah, see Bago.
Go ahead. Give me your strength roll.
Hi, Bago. 19 again.
19.
Yeah.
You, as he sits down in front of you, puts his arm on a thing, you put your hands together and he goes, "Strength of bear!" And then there's this ungodly strength that comes from the other side that seems very, very strong. He's going, "Bear! Bear!" He looks like he's about to shit himself. You actually, he gets within an inch of defeating you before he says,
Oh, Jesus, I'm very tired. Where am I?
and then suddenly, slam, he loses all of his strength and you slam him back down onto the table. But it was strong.
Damn, Bago.
Yeah, you've gone up against your dad's before and it felt stronger?
Wow.
Bago, what just happened?
What did just happen?
You were saying strength of bear
Where are we?
in a pub.
A smile grows across his face.
A good pub.
The best pub. The only pub.
The only pub.
The only pub. But it's the best pub, but it's...
What about the busty dwarf?
That's...
No,
What?
my favourite pub.
I've never heard of the busty dwarf. What's a dwarf?
What's...
What is a dwarf?
I don't know. You do this all the time. You're the person that said the word.
Did I? Can you prove that?
I mean...
We just both heard it, Bago. We heard you saying...
Oh, I believe you. doesn't mean I know.
Bago's probably whole interactions with this town is kind of through us, just like kind of talking to
You're
him.
the only one that will talk to me anymore. Everyone else just... Do they? I don't remember. I've lost my memory so many times, I don't know what's real anymore.
That sounds really scary.
Is it?
Really? I don't know if it's real or scary.
Right.
It sounds quite frightening. It's, must be.
Yes.
Weird.
How much? Yeah, yes.
Right.
I'm friends with an owl.
An owl.
I think an owl.
Right.
Or owler.
That's my sister.
You have a sister.
She's
Is she nice?
she's over there.
No, that's not owler. The one that's like... Toot-toot.
Like an owl. Is it
Yes.
got wings and big eyes?
He lives with me.
He lives with you.
This is going to be a clue.
Where do you
I haven't
live?
decided where he lives, but this will be a clue.
And where would that be?
With the owl.
You
Where
live
does-
with an owl.
I think, or at least I used to.
Right. Where does the owl live?
With me.
In a
Right.
tree?
I don't know. Do you know where I live?
Do you know where you live?
No. No.
Right.
Fair enough.
I think you need another drink, Bago.
Can we go... Oh, good idea. Shall we go to the pub?
In the pub.
Efficient. Love it. Let's get a drink.
Bago goes up, sort of starts to wander towards the bar, says he'll get you guys around, gets a drink, comes back and sits back down.
Good. Thank you, Bago.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Bago.
Shall we arm wrestle?
We just did. I beat you.
Oh. Does that mean I'm out? Good.
He wanders over to somebody else.
Shall we arm wrestle?
It's just sort of like, no, Bago, you're not in anymore. Somebody else gets that problem.
Good.
Who do you challenge next?
Are the three of them still in?
So, Taller takes out your sister. You've got Taller and Dobo.
I don't think it's going to be... Your best chance is not in strength. I think your best chance is in, like, the feels. One of them might let you win if you're, like, really...
Is that really how you want to win?
Well, it's the only chance you've got, let's be honest here. I think Taller might potentially let you in because your other da is like your biological da, and I think you'll feel less bad about whipping your ass with the arm wrestle.
I don't think either of them are
I don't think either. Our family is competitive about this shit.
Right.
Interesting. Can I look at them both? What vibes am I getting from both of them?
You know that both of them are about as strong as each other. Every time one of them performs a feat that you're like, fuck, that was strong. Like a few months later, the other one will do something that is like, fuck, that is strong. You don't know which one of them's stronger. They look almost identical in size.
I'm gonna go over to Dobo.
Okay.
Goes for the Dobo.
Before I'm gonna be like, little dad, I got you a wee present today. Here's for you
Oh,
and
I
Torla.
see what you
I
did.
got you a wee gift, a wee bottle of the special moonshine. It's cabbage apple, cabbage
Oh,
pear.
that's bloody... Oh, that's good. I like that. That's brilliant. Oh, Tola, come try this. Right, let's arm wrestle. I'm gonna fucking crush you.
It was a present because you guys met at the festival. All those.
Yeah, it's all great, Come on, let's crush your fucking
And
wrists.
you know, I just thought it'd be nice.
You can keep talking all night, just delaying the inevitable.
And I just thought
Come
it was
on.
sweet.
Oh, fuck my fucking throat. That fucking stuff is lethal. Oh, shit.
It's quite
The
nice,
aftertaste.
and
It's the cabbage.
I know, right? It always
Do you just appear out in the corner like, I know, right? It should shit.
I love the idea that you're just always there when somebody's like, the cabbage, oh no.
Anytime anyone's complaining about cabbage, it's like, yes, I know. You have no fucking clue.
Anyway, come on, let's do this.
You really gonna hurt me, Dad?
I'm not gonna hurt you, you're gonna try and beat me, come on.
Dad?
You know full well this is not gonna work with Dobo.
Oh, fuck it.
Taller puts his hand on your shoulder. He's like, "Come on, Dobo, go easy on her, and then I'm gonna fucking crush you."
You go easy on me, I'm gonna kick you in the face.
Give me an easy win this year, Dobo. Come on. Oh, I've already rolled for him. I know what he's got.
Ah, shit.
Oh no.
6.
Yeah.
Do about
He got a 17.
Through a wall.
He got a 17.
I got thrown through a wall.
The comparable strength to Bago. He literally he starts off and he's almost like he's toying with you a little bit. He knows he's stronger, and you're sort of like shaking around in the middle a little bit, and
Can
then
I
he just
kick
goes.
him when he does that? I'm kicking his foot.
It doesn't seem to register for him.
Kick him in the balls.
Your foot's not long enough for that.
Damn it.
And then you
Slap
and then
him in
he
the face.
in the middle just goes almost down to the table, and then just the last little bit, but he doesn't hurt you. He's careful not to hurt you. It appears that he has ample strength on top to challenge you without injuring you. Yeah. Ah, it's good. You're getting stronger. Much better than last year.
Thanks.
Oh, very good. Right, Taller. Let's fucking do this. I love you, but for the next 5 minutes, you can go fuck yourself. I wouldn't have it any other way, and later on, we'll fuck
Dad!
each other. Yes! I love that timing.
Oh, Joe, drop me, guys. Oh no.
Where's it gone?
It's gone over there next to that leg.
That's the best Irish accent I've done all night. Oh, fuck.
You're talking to a dice.
Talking to a dice. Right. Okay. I'm rolling against 2. Ooh. Tell you what, why don't you two roll the d20s? You be Dobo, Rob. Con, you be Taller.
Okay.
What's
okay.
their pluses? Have they got anything?
I've been giving them +2s.
+2 both?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what did you get?
What did you get?
I got more than 5.
So did I.
Oh, did you? I got more than 6.
Did you get more than 10?
I did. I got equal to 10.
Did you?
So I got 12.
Because so did I.
You got 12 as well. Ooh! So you rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Okay. See,
Okay,
see.
highs or lows?
Lows.
Oh no, fuck it. You two roll
Go
again.
again. Go
Roll
again.
again. Yeah. Roll again.
Interesting.
I think I saw the victor on that one.
Oh, he got more than 10.
So did I.
More than 11.
So did I.
More than 12.
So did I.
Not more than 13.
I got 14.
Fuck!
You rolled 13.
Which means that I got 2
15,
more than
you
that.
dickhead.
You are shitting me. I had that win and it was taken from me.
Is what Taller says. There's a battle between the two strength. You can actually see the table crack underneath the strength
The
of the two
sweat
of them
going
going
down their
against each other.
faces.
Reality changes with the forces these two apply to each other.
Oh, God.
Bago starts speaking eloquently. Good evening.
Everyone's
no.
like, wait, what?
There's like a grinding in the table underneath them, and it does start to like crack underneath them, and then it looks like Taller's about to win, and then just at that second, Dobo brings it back and like slowly but forcefully pats the back of his hand against the table, and that is over. I told you I'd get you. All right, okay, fucking right. Well, obviously I'm not going to be using my hand tonight.
Dad!
Oh. At this point, Mr. Springstone, like whatever. No. If I could have everyone's attention, please.
Oh, this is my dad's favourite part of the night.
It's literally
later
the
on.
worst part of the
I've got a
year.
couple of jokes for you all.
No.
Now, stop me if you've heard these before.
We have.
Everyone giggles a little bit because of the same joke. Oh, there's one for free. Okay, right. Right. Who's heard the story of the scarecrow that won an award? He was outstanding in his field.
Oh.
Everyone gives a good giggle.
No, not everyone.
I give Rusty a wee like elbow in his ribs, like you wanna.
Well, that's one of them, and then the other.
Thanks, Dad.
The other. This is the one that's I will explain afterwards why I can't. Anyway, fuck it. The other one is the one that doesn't work very well. Who's heard about the magic wagon? It turned into a field.
Oh. Connor's actually heard that one before.
Yeah, but magic tractor.
Yeah.
There's like a give me a highs or lows. One of you? Lows? Lows? I guess quite. Maybe fuck that one up last year, and like this time, like everyone gets a good laugh, and everyone's quite drunk, and they're like, "Oh, that's really good, that one, magic."
The delivery was just a little bit better this year. I'll give him that.
Jesus Christ, how drunk are you?
It's like, what's magic?
This is a very good point. Like, I don't know how much Findlewood is like.
So magic doesn't exist at all in Findlewood, but Bago has spoken of what magic is in the past, and it's
so it doesn't exist.
Fairy tales and stories. Like magic is not so much saturated as it is in our world, but like people have heard stories of like crazy goings on and magic and that sort of stuff, but only from Bago. It's not like it's passed down from anyone else.
Okay.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
So that almost like makes the joke like double to everyone.
Everybody's
like,
convinced it's like an
Bagos.
invention that he came up with.
Alright.
It's like if I
which is why it wasn't that funny. And Bago's like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
the only one
exactly.
that gets it.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't remember telling anyone about magic.
Alright.
Like, what's magic?
Bago doesn't seem to be here at the moment. But they, it's
He did as well.
yeah, it's sort of like how people that listen to this podcast will know what Ibothane is, but nobody else knows what Ibothane is. It's not that big a thing.
Yeah.
So the night goes on. There's drinking and like sort of like good. A lot of people have a good laugh. Like there's a lot of goings on in the pub. Everyone sort of goes out, continues the drinking outside a little bit. Give me a constitution checks.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be it would be constitution saving throw, but it's whatever.
Be an 11 from me.
14 for
14. Okay, so you guys are like tipsy, but not particularly badly drunk. You've had a fair bit to drink as well. You were all sort of later on into the evening. You all wander out. I'm starting to get the accent.
Yeah,
for real
I
now,
noticed that.
The problem is that accent isn't far from where I live normally, and it's not far from the accents of the place where I live normally. So
They'll be coming to get you.
yeah. Anyway, but you guys wander out later on in the evening. And
Later on.
fuck you.
I heard that too.
In the evening, you see that the moon has now the sun has shifted into the moon. There's there's a blue light sort of cast everywhere, and up in the sky you can see what you normally see each night, which is a sort of aurora borealis of like green and blue lights, maybe
so
a little odd bit of
pretty.
purple and stuff that like skirts its way through the sky. And there's quite a few people that are stood out there just sort of enjoying the view of the sky for a
Does
little
this
bit.
happen every night?
Happens every night in like sometimes it's far more visible than others, and with the orange light of the harvest moon at the moment, it's like throwing some extra colours in there, like little bits of
That's
red
really
and
cool.
deeper purples and stuff.
That's really nice.
But it's quite strong to see each harvest. So you guys are all sort of like looking out at the aurora.
Lovely.
Very nice.
Bago wanders past.
It almost looks real.
It is. Bagger.
Oh, lovely reflections.
Right.
The pub's closed.
You confuse me, Bago Berry Spring. Where are the rest of the berry springs? I know I've tried to ask you. I always ask you, and I expect one day you might just accidentally tell me.
Well, they're wherever I came from, I suppose.
Do you know where you came from?
Is it here? I'm going to say here.
Right, well that's kind of what we've always thought. We just wondered whether, like, your family, you're just that old that they're kind of gone, or whether you're not from here.
I must be old. Or young.
I think it's
Depends
probably
on
the
your-
farmer.
Well, it depends on your perspective.
Do you feel old or young?
I feel, well, it's difficult to answer that. I don't remember being young.
Ah.
What does that feel like? My bones creak.
Right.
Is that one?
I don't experience that.
Is that because I'm
myself.
old or because they've not grown yet?
I think it's probably because you're old as fuck.
I'm expecting a growth spurt soon. We're all very short.
I don't know how old we need to be to get to that, but if it's going to happen to any of us, you're probably approaching that age now.
I'm up there. Not up there.
Point to the
Yes,
sky.
True.
That's the moon.
Do you want to go away home? In fact, you know what? You can't go home because you need to see my prize cabbage.